Hi, everybody. It's Randy Kolarski here. Today, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. It's down here in Panama. We don't celebrate this day. I took my son down to the pool, so I think that qualifies. We have beautiful weather. I'm thankful for that. And, for those of you who do celebrate, enjoy the time with your families. Today, I want to tell you a story about what happened to me back in 2008. And I want to give you a little bit of backstory about myself. At the time, I was working at St. Joseph's Hospital. I was working on the Psych unit as a mental health counselor. At the time, I was going to my 12th year of nursing. I've been working since I was 18 as a nurse. And I had just read this book called Crash Proof by Peter Schiff. We all know Peter Schiff isn't a big Bitcoin fan, but he did bring me back into the fold for gold and silver. You see, I grew up as a guy who loved silver. I had tons of little coins. Ever since I was young, my dad taught me that silver coins are worth more than the coins that were in circulation. So I would go through all the change, and I would grab the silver coins out. Yes, I'm that old, but there was still silver change. and sometimes when you got change back, you would get silver. So I would collect it. My dad did that when he was a kid with our family's candy shop back in 1964. When silver was taken out of circulation, my dad would collect the silver every day out of our family's candy business. So he passed that down to me, and I always liked precious metals. So Peter Schiff brought me back in. He was teaching Austrian economics. He was telling us that, look, this market is going to collapse. Things are going to get rough. It did, all right? This was the middle of the mayhem of the housing crisis back in 2008. And I was working on a psych unit, and we had 5 units. One was forensics, one was for dementia, the old folks, and the other 3 were just a mix. And the unit I happened to be working on this day was for people who were suicidal, people who were severely depressed, but besides that, they didn't have any physical ailments. And so I held group that day. And when I came into work, I actually had a plan to do group and talk about Austrian economics. So what I did is I brought a big 10-ounce bar of silver. Here is 1-ounce Chinese pandas that I bought here locally in Panama. Very hard to get silver here, so I don't even buy much because it's so difficult to get. But I showed them a 10-ounce silver bar, and I passed it around the room, and everyone got to check it out. It was pretty big, and the eyes, the excitement, everyone's like, "Whoa, Randy, this is so cool! I've never seen anything like this. Tell us more." So I went into the whole story of the history of money, and I was telling them, privacy is important with money. I was telling them about how to trade back and forth, and one piece should be equal to another piece. It's fungibility. And, I was just trying to explain to them what the Federal Reserve did to our banking system and how the reason why the financial crisis happened, because I had just gotten off this book, Crash Proof, and I think I read it in less than one day. I was so pumped. So I felt like I needed to share that information. And my fellow nurses were laughing at me. They said, "Randy, you're an idiot. Why are you teaching people this stuff?" I said, "You guys go in there and show them TV. You put the TV on, you guys will watch some random TV show, American Idol or whatever it was back in 2008. And I said, so I just educated them. And that's how I felt. And one of the head nurse that night, she said to me, she goes, "You shouldn't be doing that." I said, "Wait a second." I said, "Who does your husband work for?" She goes, "Oh, he's a VP at Chase Manhattan Bank." Okay. I said, then he's complicit. He's one of the reasons why we're having this financial tragedy right now. The reason why a third of our patients are in here depressed because they just lost their house. So yeah, I was a little bit militant back then, but that's just how I am. So if you are into Bitcoin, I know many of you came from the gold and silver world like I did. I love that world. I don't follow it that much anymore. I own a little bit of silver, and I have a tiny, tiny bit of gold. But that taught me about what is real money. And I believe Bitcoin is real money. So in 2011, my friend Mike Brown, I had just moved to Panama, and he was my partner in a marketing firm for a gold and silver company. And he said, Randy, why don't you check out Bitcoin? And so I did. I went down the rabbit hole in 2011. At the time, it was $7, $7 for Bitcoin. And we had a plan to buy a bunch. We never did. I actually didn't buy my first one until 2014 at right around $420. I bought it on Coinbase, like many of you don't use Coinbase. But that's what got me into the crypto world to start. So I just want to tell you, if you're interested in really cool things, check out Epic Cash. I'm on the Epic Cash team. I'm the ambassador for the platform and for the coin. And also check out Unity Coin. You can see the links below. Unity Coin's pretty cool. I'm stacking sats. Got bots working for me, trading my Bitcoin back and forth all day long between different assets and different coins. And it's nice seeing every day a little bit more sats growing in my wallet. So check it out. Have a happy Thanksgiving and teach everybody you know about economics. Cheers.